Hello, I'm Daniel and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to inspiration, education, information, guidance, advice. And I want to look at a verse in the Torah, in Bamidbar, in the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 2. Take a census of the entire assembly of the children of Israel according to their families, according to their father's household. Now Rashi explains that because the Jewish people are so dear to Hashem, so dear to the Creator, He counts them frequently in the Bible. There are many times where a census is taken. Well, there's a problem. Not a problem, but something that I want to point out. At the time of this verse, the Mishkan had been erected, had been built, been established, and that was on Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the first day of the month of Nisan. The census, however, takes place a month later, Rosh Chodesh Iyar, the first of Iyar, 30 days later. If the Jews are so important to God, how come He waited a month? Well, there's a couple of people making comments on this. Sifsei Chachamim says, well, it takes 30 days to establish a residency, right? So the Shekhinah, the divine presence, basically lived in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle, for 30 days, and God officially resided, and therefore He could take a census. Rabbi Shmuel Vosner says that during Pesach, which happens during the month of Nisan, the Jewish people are elevated to a higher level, a higher madrega. And when the Jews felt themselves that they were on a higher plane, that's when God decided to count them. And it was the Slonimer Rebbe who says that the Jewish people, Israel, as a whole, has a distinctiveness about it that is always there. Even when they don't look Jewish, when they don't act Jewish, there's a distinctiveness that stands out. And he illustrates this by means of an analogy, a parable. There was a man, a poor man. He had a chicken. He liked this chicken a lot. There was something about this chicken, he just thought it was great. One day, a ganef comes by, a thief comes by, steals the chicken. The man's upset, but he figures out, well, I bet you that if I run to the house of the shoichet, the ritual slaughterer, I'll wait there, and then when I see someone carrying my chicken, I'll confront him. That's the ganef, that's a thief. That's exactly what he does. He hangs around by the shoichet's house, the ritual slaughtherer's house, and eventually what happens is a man, someone from the neighborhood, someone from the shtetl, comes in and he's holding a chicken that looks kind of like the man's chicken. Its appearance had been altered, but the man could tell, it's my chicken. And he confronts the man. He says, you got my chicken, you stole my chicken, you ganef, you thief, you stole my chicken. He says, what are you talking about? This is my chicken. He says, no, it's not. I can tell my chicken. He says, does it look like a chicken? And the bird was flopping around. Once the man was near, the chicken could tell he was there and got very excited. Does it look like a chicken? He says, no, you've altered his appearance. You plucked some feathers, you trimmed the feathers on his head, you've altered its appearance, but I can tell it's my chicken. He goes, nonsense. If it doesn't look like a chicken, does it act like a chicken? Is your chicken all hyper like this? He says, no, it's upset. It's my chicken, I know. So what the man says to the ganef, to the thief, he says, tell you what, put the chicken on the floor. Put the chicken on the floor. You leave it alone. Don't make any motion toward it. And I'll stand here and I won't do anything. And you'll see that when the chicken is alone, by itself, with no one around, who's it going to come to, me or you? And the Slonimer Rebbe says, this is kind of what happens at judgment. when our souls are in front of the heavenly court. The accuser says, this soul belongs to us. It doesn't belong in heaven. And the heavenly, the angel, Michael, I believe, who argues for us, says no. It's a Jew. It belongs here. It belongs with the Creator. What are you talking about? Does he look like a Jew? Does he have a yarmulke? Does he have payas? Does he have a beard? Does he wear tzitzis? It's clearly not a Jew. It doesn't look like a Jew. It doesn't act like a Jew. It's one of mine. And the archangel admits, you know what? You're right. It doesn't look like a Jew. It doesn't act like a Jew. It's not spiritually correct from the looks of things. But tell you what, you leave it alone. You, the Yetzer Hara, Satan, leave it alone. Don't do any blandishments. Don't try to influence it. And we in heaven will stay the same. We'll do the same. We'll leave it completely alone, by itself. And we'll see who it goes to, us or to you. And that's how the Jewish people are. And so no matter how estranged we may be, and no matter how we may not look or act in a way that is perhaps more correct, we remain distinct. We retain that distinctiveness no matter what. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you so much.